back LeVar. Quest number 4. We are getting closer and closer to our second pay-per-view event burning, where we will crown the first ever Limitless World Heavyweight Champion. And this man right here, King Zilla, Komodo, is back in action in our opener here tonight. LeVar, man, A-Block has been a very interesting block thus far in the championship.
Like spot a pair of fat ass shots of the scotch from out the square shot glasses.
Getting some points on the board last week. I knew the jams were gonna come on out. As I was saying, we have a very tied bracket thus far. Jesse Turner, 6 points. This man, Sexton Sweet, 6 points. Komodo, 4 points. If Komodo can give the huge upset here today against Sexton Sweet, man, this bracket's going to get a whole lot more interesting.
And it's already been interesting, especially like how you said, Aiden Tierney picking up his first 2 points in a real do-or-die moment. Because as we were saying, like if he didn't win that match, he would have put himself in a drought he wouldn't have been able to get out of.
This man right here, Sexton Sweet, it's been flooding on how his success has been thus far in Limitless.
And this man has been on an absolute roll with some very, very questionable techniques that you and I have both agreed with is, kind of dirty, but at the end of the day, he gets the job done. And that's the thing that you can't hate on the most. No matter how he does it, he ends up coming out on top, as he is currently tied with leading the A-Block.
It'll be interesting as tonight Jesse Turner is in action, but not Champions Crucible action as he takes on the debuting Jackson Lyons. So if Sexton Sweet is able to be victorious here tonight and get 2 more points, he will be the leader of the A-Block so far. But that man Komodo is looking to put a stop in it here tonight as the A-Block kicks us off yet again for quest number 4.
One's trying to make it a 3-way tie, and one's trying to pick up the lead as immediately Komodo capitalizing off the miss and going for a quick pin attempt and a kick out, no count from the ref. We still have the same ref here, sadly, but hopefully Komodo can overcome these recent allegations that's been put out.
If I'm that ref, I'm not playing games when it comes to Komodo being in the ring, man. And something that I wanted to point out just that we've seen is Komodo. I feel like Komodo started to watch tape already because he got out of the way from that spinning heel kick from Sexton, but that big power bomb did not matter as Komodo immediately powering out.
Komodo having to use the rope to get up to his feet, and these two exchanging words. It looked like Sexton was going for the suck it to get a little disrespectful. Now these two is just smacking the hell out of each other.
Yeah, these are big meaty men slapping meat right now, and that's what you can expect out of Limitless, man. We got some of the best competitors in the world as Komodo, huge vertical suplex dropping Sexton Sweet on his back. And now Komodo one more time, my God.
He's just lagging with the throws a little bit, holding him a little longer in the air, showing off the strength. And can he be showcasing a win? No, kick out at 1 from Sexton Sweet.
And something that is to be said is, we seen last week Komodo got his first loss against Jesse Turner. But one thing still leads the same, and it's this man, Sexton Sweet, seems untouchable. He seems unbeatable thus far as Komodo just drops him with that huge thrusting kick, landing him on the ground.
Yeah, like you were saying, Sexton Sweet, like I was saying in his entrance, he's been on a roll. He has not been beaten. He finds a way to immediately somehow end up turning the tides against his opponent, like right there, that famous knocking down Komodo. And Komodo's rocks right now, and so is Sexton.
Yeah, when you got a big Samoan man beating up on you with the Draco drop Connecting firm. That could do it. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 for Kingzilla. That's got to feel good, man. Early in the match, big Draco drop already. Maybe kind of making Sexton get a little bit nervous.
Hey, and I think Sexton we might actually, oh, wait a second, hold on, there's the mist already. We've seen it early on, and the ref making direct eye contact with him and does nothing about it.
Yeah, man, you know, I try and get some answers in the back. I try and see what's going on when it comes to the official, and unfortunately, I just have nothing. I have nothing for you. I have nothing for the fans, but all I can tell you is that was a huge dragon suplex, dropping Komodo on his neck. Near fall yet again.
Now Komodo out to the apron, Sexton out to the apron, calling Komodo to his feet. And like I wanted to say earlier, I think for the first time we might actually see maybe a little bit of Sexton in his own head. He's already made a few just crucial mistakes, like going for that uppercut that ended up costing him, getting him caught in that Draco drop, and right there getting a little too cocky, and Komodo just taking advantage of it.
Sexton is such an anomaly when it comes to professional wrestling, man. Like I genuinely have not seen another wrestler like him, because it's 1 minute he genuinely can be a world beater, but then the next minute I don't know if it's ego, I don't know if it's just theatrics or what, but it's kind of like, yeah, that was insane by Komodo, but it's kind of just like the showmanship really consumes him to where at certain times it's a detriment, but honestly, LeVar, we can't say much because the man doesn't lose. At all. And like, we've seen him come close, and we've seen some very impressive showings against him, especially. Hold on, wait a second. Come on, man.
Did he lose like this?
Oh, badly? I think the ref noticed.
Oh my God, this man. I don't think he's gonna notice this though. We've seen how that affects. Oh, wait a second, quick roll up, and
of course, notice his hand under the rope. And look at Komodo, kind of trying to get near the ref, which I can't blame him. You know, like that referee just. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the karma instantly. That referee just. He needs to be investigated.
Oh, almost immediately. A big splash in the corner by Komodo. And the big man going licking to the top rope. You know, it's real dangerous territory up here. Oh, was looking for the splash. No one home. And a big kick to the face.
This time Sexton's plotting and maneuvers are really not working for him, as the referee taking his time, and you just see Sexton just getting frustrated maybe by the chance that the referee didn't notice his pin attempt. And you know, it goes back to that point that you said, man, maybe he is starting to get inside his own head.
Yeah, Komodo was down for a minute. That could have been the end of the match. As he gets bumped over the top rope.
And Sexton back at the showmanship. Oh my God, dude, that... Komodo's a big man, but that would have killed him. That would have killed him. That was insane.
Hold it.
Man, he fainted. Like, this is just...
I mean, that impact on the ground, wouldn't be surprised if that took him out either, as the big slap to the chin takes out Sexton, but drives Komodo into those steel steps.
God, this ref counts awfully fast, man. 7.
We gotta get quick.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look at the dodge from Komodo. Knew Sexton was coming. Now just playing games with him and caught him up, sweeping him off the apron, going face first off the hardest part of the ring. And now Komodo playing some mind games of his own. And is Sexton leaving?
I think he's done. Is he? Maybe not. 4. Oh, man. Okay, maybe he need a breather there. Sino Lina on the ramp had to come back, realize that job's not done. Komodo's smart. Why would you chase after him? He has to get back in the ring. You're gonna win. Oh my God!
Ooh, but I think that might have also been some mind games from Sexton, because it's like, hey, he gets 1 point by a count out, He's not tying up the lead. He's still going to be down.
That is true. And this is a very dangerous moment here for both of these men because genuinely, these matchups, can end at any given time.
Like right now, that kick to the head almost just looks like it knocked Komodo clean out. Commentator's notes.
Kingzilla is not going to let that slide as he has Sexton up and he drops him with brute force.
Almost looking like a little homage to Jesse Turner right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, kind of happens every once in a while. You got to sit there and respect game. And now Sexton just almost seems like he's zeroed in, locked in on Komodo, and Sexton a big. Oh my God!
Forearm, back of the head, and like you said, he may be respecting game with that Uranagi, but it may be a little receipt from when Jesse Turner hit him with the Draco drop in the start of the match last week.
Oh, and we've seen this before.
Oh God! Sweet shit!
God!
Lined him up in the corner.
It never is easier to watch.
Nope, and you know the follow-up. Oh, thought he was gonna go for the splash there, but no, it's just again a little bit of cockiness, cover, and that is once again showing the display of domination.
Yeah,
8 points.
I think he needs a little more sweetness, Sexton.
Do what you have to do, my beautiful.
Oh, wait a minute!
Feel that.
They're strangling Komodo.
That's.
Man. We had security in the ring. I somehow got to tell her off, but this is the first time we've seen Alina get involved.
A power couple to be reckoned with in Limitless as Sexton Sweet secures himself a spot in the A-Block Finals as he will meet someone sooner rather than later as he now has 8 points. Go nowhere as Limitless Quest 4 rolls on. You can bring it in.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, after coming off of a loss last week, Paul Harris is looking to redeem himself, to get himself back in the races in the A block, to somehow, some way, pick up 2 points against the Hiroshima cleanup crew, Sano Michio, and he's got a tall task ahead of him. Ain't that right, Brian?
Listen, man, I mean, if we're being honest here, both of these guys have huge tasks ahead of them. I mean, Sano Michio and Paul Harris really have not been able to find their footing in the A blocks thus far. And truthfully, they need everything and then some to pan out in their favor if they are hoping to try and end up somewhere in the A-Block finals. But right now, I would have a feeling that a victory here tonight is more meaningful.
Has to be the only thing on the mind of this man, the Hiroshima cleanup crew, Sano Michio, and we've seen this man have some battles, especially last week in the main event when he was in a absolute war of attrition with Aiden Tierney. Both of these men going back and forth. The finish was right there and both of their grabs, but Aiden Tierney was finally able to pull it out and finish the job and get his first 2 points. As now Sano, again, like I said, looking to get some redemption because we know this man is no games.
Yeah, man, I feel like honestly, it's just these brackets for both sides are just, they're so stacked, and it's no disregard towards the guys that are losing, because at the end of the day, these are still top competitors, man. Like, Limitless is is still a young company. It's still flourishing, and there is going to be room for these hiccups. And while, yes, I understand wanting to be the first Limitless World Heavyweight Champion is so meaningful, you still can become a champion later down the road if you do not have the success you wanted for yourself in the Champions Crucible.
Right, because at the end of the day, you can blame it on the tournament. Be like, oh, I had to do this, and this every week. But when that first champion gets claimed, you got to call your shot right then and there. Because it can be a man it can be somebody from the B block that someone in the A block has never faced, or vice versa. Or it can be someone that you face multiple times, but in that time, can you prove to get the job done?
And I think we've seen that so often with both Paul Harris and Sano Michio, is these guys seriously have given absolute battles to their opponents, and it's just either one thing doesn't click or one mistake happens or just luck of the draw, man. Like, these guys are so talented, it's just, you know, at certain times fate isn't on their side.
You know, that's the bad thing. You can't dictate fate, but you can control what you can do in ring, as Paul Harris is controlling the limbs of Sano Michio, stomping on the elbow.
And that's what the titration technician is going to do, man. He's going to come in here, especially Paul Harris. Like, Paul Harris is easily the most undersized person in this entire tournament. So he has to rely on that technical ability. He has to rely on the technical prowess of his ability for joint manipulation and limb manipulation. He can't just sit there and be like a Sano Michio, a Komodo, a Jesse, a Sexton, a Bull, where pure strength and power dictates everything. He has to be wise in how he chooses his attacks.
Being very wise right now, working over the arms of Sano, putting this man in overtime, and now looking to go to the top rope. Hey, what do we say? High risk, high reward, and an arm drag from the top rope.
And Sano immediately rolling underneath the rope, trying to get some safety, but Paul Harris is not allowing it. As right now, as the fans are saying, yes, this is awesome, but this right now is all Paul Harris.
And he's still right back to the arms, no matter which part of the ring he's in, and a boot to the chin.
Oh my God, dude! Paul Harris. Lord.
It's constant capitalization from Paul Harris. All gas, no brakes, and this is what you've got to do. Something he's been doing from the start, which you can't deny.
You can't. But Sano right now, see, I feel like that's another thing, is when you have these high-level competitors, you know, at certain times they have to make sure they're not getting inside their own heads. Like we said earlier tonight with the Sexton match, and, you know, maybe he was going to stumble up on himself because of what was happening with Komodo. And Sano Michio needs to do the same thing. It's fine. You might not be off to the races in the early starts of the match. But that does not mean that all hope is lost. And I think with Sano Michio, we have seen that time and time again.
Oh, 100%. And right now, Sano is finally getting in control after them 2 big chops that we saw that sent this man flying, and the dragon screw from Paul Harris. We've seen that many times. The did you support Arsenal pre-brain injury hasn't really got the job done a lot as a boot to the jaw.
Oh my God!
Back in control.
Good night. 2. Oh, Paul Harris still in this match. As that right there, that lariat just taking off Paul Harris's head is how you get back in these matches if you are Sano Michio, where you need to utilize that power, you need to utilize that strength, and remind people who you are.
It's like it gives you a false sense of security. Like you ducked the first one, you thought you were safe, and you're still in the danger zone. As right now had him hooked up on the ropes, and Sano now the big man to the top rope, and a big splash to the back.
That has to be it. 1, 2. Oh. Big splash did not keep Paul Harris down for the 3 count. But you got to know he's hurting right now as all that cushioning from Sano Michio just dropped on him.
It doesn't come cushioning when it's in high momentum.
Sano Michio is starting to shout. He's getting frustrated, which I can't blame the man. As Paul Harris, what an enziguri, just planting Sano down, brushing the dirt off his shoulder. But we are not done, man. These guys just are going at it raw. And we've seen this before, LeVar, a patented Paul Harris maneuver, that jumping guillotine, trying to choke the life. Oh, man, wait a minute.
Ooh, I was going to say nowhere to go, but up from Sano. Just lifted him off his feet.
Oh, man, I think Sano was looking for that knee bar, but Paul Harris just a little bit out of harm's way there, but now Paul Harris has the cross arm bar in. Sano Michio might be in some trouble. Sano knew the danger that he was in and immediately had to get out of harm's way.
Oh, I think he got it that time. Knee bar locked in, middle of the ring again. Harris with nowhere to go. He can't even crawl. He can't use his legs.
Yeah, when you have the weight of Sano Michio on you like that, this is where Paul Harris has to get nitty and gritty, and that's exactly what he's doing. Those big closed fists to the face of Sano Michio, and now Paul Harris trying to bring it back from hell's depths right now.
Cut.
Oh, God, a big back elbow.
Paul Harris almost kind of like just shrugged it off. And position. Huge shattering.
2. No. And Sano looks frustrated.
Frustration usually tells danger from the other person, especially with Sano Michio. Why did you? What a knee!
Oh, but the rope break, the frustration and not having the ring awareness. Oh, man. Oh, and then Paul Harris just shoulder checking him. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Huge right hands.
Vicious backbreaker over the knee. Sano Michio, I know, is pissed.
Oh, I would be too. Sano off the ropes one more time and a huge cross elbow to the face of Paul Harris. 2. Oh, almost.
Somehow, some way, forcing that shoulder up. And this anger of Sano Michio just stomping on the limbs of Paul Harris and delivers a big kick to the ribs.
Oh, look at that dodge and that knee. Oh, Paul Harris wise, man. He's like, nah, I'm good. And he flips him the birds.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do in situations like these. Playing a little bit of chicken. Chasing them around the ring, off the ropes. Paul Harris caught him with the arm snap to the ground.
He fell in right to the trap, man. But wait a minute. Sano Michio dropping him down with the Emerald Explosion. 1, 2. And Sano Michio is on the board.
Not piss off Sano Michio. Had him chase him around the ring. And when he got his hands on him,
Dropped him.
It was all over.
Straight up dropped him. Sano Michio 2 points on the board. Maybe hoping for a miracle. Go nowhere as Quest 4 rolls on. Ourselves a very unique matchup in the beginning of the show when we saw Komodo take on Sexton Sweet, and now we probably have by far the most interesting matchup of this show here tonight as Bull Bronson, the current leader of the B block with 6 points, takes on Sheldon Tremblay, who, LeVar, I don't know if you remember this, but Sheldon Tremblay and BJ Flash both tied at 4 points. Both have their hopes here tonight to try and stay alive. This young man has been so impressive every single time he has stepped in a Limitless ring. And tonight, he easily has his biggest challenge yet.
And that's not even an understatement. Bull Bronson has been on a, excuse my language, a fucking roll with just his matches, the competitiveness, everything he's put into these matches, heart and soul, into being at the top of this bracket, and he absolutely deserves it. But that is no reason to undermine Sheldon Tremblay, who's come out here week after week, night after night, and left it all in the ring. And I'm excited to see what these men leave in the ring tonight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a unique time here, man, because this is just, if Bull Bronson wins here tonight, LeVar, he will have guaranteed secured himself a spot in the B block finals.
And immediately Sheldon just trying to tap out the big man with this reverse Boston Crab, a move you don't see a lot.
Hey, when you're going against a huge man like Bull Bronson, you got to pull out things that nobody's used to you seeing doing.
Like how Bull Bronson pulling out these strikes that we're definitely used to seeing. Them boys know how to use them hands and them feet.
And just like that, Bull Bronson gonna immediately plant Sheldon on the mat. But something that we've noticed with Sheldon here in Limitless is this kid refuses to stay down. He is full of rage, passion, and power. Okay.
We just seen where the true power is. Bull Bronson shrugging off Sheldon, and Sheldon coming right back full force, using his feet instead of his body. That big front drop kick.
God. And then that big knee planting Sheldon down, man. Like, I've never okay. Do it again.
Do it again. Oh, he went up top this time.
Wow.
Nice.
Sheldon Tremblay is such a smart person in the ring, man. This guy just, they don't call him a wrestling prodigy for no reason. This guy, LeVar, has had historic title reigns in so many companies that he's been in that, of course, he's going to have a drop kick that everyone wishes they could do. Big 2 count. Bull Bronson not out of there yet, though.
That drop kick was beautiful, picture perfect. And I like how when he seen it didn't work, he immediately went to went to the same well, but pulled something else out of his bag, did something new. And like we said, that comes with experience. That comes from the multi-title reigns outside of this company, the ring awareness, and it sometimes that might just out trump the strength and the size of people like Bull Bronson.
Look at Sheldon dead weighting Bull Bronson, knowing he has to do everything he possibly can to keep the big man at bay. And now, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, wow.
Oh, and slinking back, or they're holding the ankles, roll up. Oh, I thought he had Bull Bronson stacked and beat.
I don't know, if it, oh, wait a minute. Sheldon Tremblay. I think we've seen this before. Icarus falls as he connects on Bull Bronson. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh.
Sheldon has not stopped moving at full speed since the bell has rung.
I don't think you can blame him. He has to. When you have an indestructible tank in front, yeah, when you have a guy doing this, beating on your chest, just, oh, good God, oh my God.
In front of all the screaming fans and the loud sold-out crowd here in England. Once again, just want to thank you all for joining us here tonight in person and watching live. And like we always say, actually, Brian, tell them what we say.
You gotta leave a like. Turn those notifications on, and let's finish the deal, LeVar.
Got to subscribe if you enjoy the content that you're seeing. If you want to see who we crown as our first ever World Heavyweight Champion, you gotta subscribe.
Gotta subscribe. Weekly content all the time. You know this is how we do. Biggest growing professional wrestling company in all of the UK. So get on the board, get on the train, and don't get left at the track.
Yes, sir. Cause I'm hoping we breaking attendance records at Burner and viewing records.
Right now, what we're breaking down is Sheldon Tremblay and Bull. Oh my God! Oh my God! These guys are just beating the hell out of one another.
You see how he just comes with the right and then just fully delivers with the left hand, and Sheldon delivers a right of his own to the gut. And now going to lift up Bull Bronson to the ropes. Full speed!
Beautiful.
Nice one, showcasing the power, using just one arm and now dropping the knee across the back of the head of the big man. Could that have put his lights out? Cover attempt. 1, 2. Big kick out from the indestructible tank.
Tank's not done yet, LeVar. You know exactly that this man is not going to go down without a fight. And that's just what we're expecting out of Bull Bronson. But also, that's what we're expecting out of Sheldon Tremblay, which is why the fact that this match is not the main event just goes to show how stacked the Limitless roster is.
What a left hand from Sheldon Tremblay, looking for that, going for that super kick. He got swatted. Maybe thought we was going to be sipping on a little blood and wine. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we're about to be sipping at all, as we're about to be staying in Hotel Berlin, but it gets swatted away.
Hotel Berlin, just a few inches from being cataclysmic to Bull Bronson standing in the B block, and I think Bull Bronson has a little bit of color.
And he might not have any fingers left, as Sheldon snaps the hand for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, Sheldon just showing exactly why he is such a well-rounded competitor. And now, wait a minute. Sheldon Tremblay. Oh my God. Oh my God!
Hurricanrana from the top. And one more time, Brian, I hope you got your key card, because we're about to enter Hotel Berlin.
1, 2, and the bracket is tied yet again. The upset as Bull Bronson handedly defeated by Sheldon Tremblay.
What a match.
Holy shit.
And that's simply all I can say. What a victory for Sheldon. But ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that was good, wait till you see what we got coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
LeVar, it is time for the main event of Quest 4, my man. We are back at it once again. Another show about to be in the books as we have a special showcase match here tonight as Jesse Turner gets to welcome Jackson Lyons into the Limitless Den here tonight.
We gave this man a break from his bracket matches, but he doesn't get a break really, as he still has, you know, an opponent to face here tonight in a big matchup. Because hey, this could be a big upset for the debut of Jackson Lyons.
Jesse Turner not stopping, not had a week off since day one. This man is a grinder, but now we have another addition to the Limitless roster. LeVar, man, Jackson Lyons. I've heard about this guy through the grapevine, making his first time appearance across the pond. Very familiar in the United States wrestling scene, but tonight he tests himself in the unbreakable land of Limitless.
And Limitless is we have a large array of talent over here, just from everywhere. You know, from Texas, from England, from Germany. You know, we just got I'm happy that we get to see how Jackson Lyons is going to fit in tonight.
Jackson Lyons is a very impressive young man from the tape that I have seen from him. I'm very curious to see how he's going to fare here tonight, because as we can see, LeVar, no shame on the man, but he's smaller in stature. You know, he's a taller guy, but he doesn't have as much weight on him as we are, come to know for our Limitless wrestlers.
The Limitless wrestlers over here, we got some real thick wrestlers over here. But we have seen that, the size isn't always important in our wrestlers like Aiden Tierney and Paul Harris. Size doesn't always matter. Sometimes it's about the speed, the technical ability, the ring awareness.
What my wife says, the motion in the ocean, but that doesn't matter here. As it is time, ladies and gentlemen, the Quest number 4 main event, Jesse Turner, Jackson Lyons. It's go time, man.
Let's get it started. Sold out crowd here in London, England, as immediately the spinning double axe handle from Jesse Turner take down Jackson. And Jesse, like we said, has been real hot recently.
Yeah, man, I actually got some words with Jesse Turner in the backstage last week after his matchup against Komodo, and this guy is just firing on all cylinders. It is just, there is a fire underneath him where he wants to have history under his belt. He wants to be the first Limitless the first world champion in Limitless. So you just got to think, while he is not competing in the Champions Crucible here tonight, he's still sharpening his weapons. He's still honing his craft. And it's just very interesting to see that, if we're being honest, he took a big risk here, LeVar.
Yeah, competing in general, especially for somebody who's out of the bracket, not even in the Champions Crucible, could do something very, dangerous to you. Like, what if Jackson injures him in the ring, or just give him a concussion or something? Like, what if something happens to Jesse Turner here tonight that affects him in the Champions Crucible?
What if Jackson Lyons wins here tonight? Like, think about that. Jackson will then be the only man thus far in Limitless who can lay claim to pinning Jesse Turner in singles competition.
I feel like that's got to do a lot for Jackson Lyons, but also just the mental state of Jesse Turner.
Absolutely. Could you imagine if Jesse Turner were to lose here tonight, just the kind of mental gymnastics he's going to have to play with himself, because, you got to sit there and think like a guy who's making his debut, who you know nothing about him. Jackson Lyons has so much tape right now that he could utilize for Jesse Turner, whereas Jesse Turner, if he's not familiar with him, there's really not much for him to go off of.
You're going into the ring with a person just with a bunch of question marks above their head. You know nothing, but Jesse Turner still showing that he knows something about this ring. It's a big lariat to the back of the head. And it looks like he's lying. Like, quarter.
Right to the jaw of Jackson Lyons. Big 2 count. And Jackson just getting that shoulder up there. I know Jesse was probably wanting to go home quickly from that, but the fans here in London, England are grateful that we still have a fight here in our main event. If you are enjoying yourselves here tonight, folks, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the Limitless YouTube channel, leave a comment, and turn on notifications. We are getting closer and closer to our second pay-per-view event, Burning, and it'll be here in no time.
On top of that, if you missed the first pay-per-view, day 1, go back and make sure you watch it. As we've seen a lot of debuts from our talent, some of your favorites, and now we're seeing maybe a new favorite for a lot of you tonight in Jackson Lyons.
The entire Limitless catalog, all the digital exclusives, all of the quests up to date so far, and day 1, all available for free on the Limitless YouTube. Is Jesse Turner making Jackson Lyons pay for that? Big boot to the mouth there, referee in position 1. And Jackson Lyons, look at that ring awareness out of him.
And that's what we talked about. When you're the undersized man in a match, you got to play smart. I'm more surprised that the referee finally saw it.
Yeah, questionable refereeing has been something lately. As Jesse Turner has Jackson up. Jackson wisely knows to get the hell out of that in position. There's, big super kick denied. As Jesse looking to put Jackson in a little bit of a Boston Crab, but Jackson grabbing that rope. Smart decision there.
Very smart. Immediately reached for that bottom rope, because with a big man like Jesse Turner, there's somewhere you do not want to. But you don't want to be in that capture suplex either.
That was on the mat, man. Like, that is Jesus Christ. You hear the thuds that they're going off the barricade? Like,
you would almost thought that was mic'd up.
Seriously. Jesse Turner hyping up the crowd. Getting more and more into this match. Really starting to feel himself. It really feels like Jesse Turner is hitting on all cylinders lately in the ring and just really has found himself.
I mean, with as much he has at stake, like we said, the first ever Limitless World Champion, the amount of prestige that comes with that title of first ever, and on top of that, champion, and that probably means so much to him. But I completely understand.
Yeah, but right now, I guess the commentator curse really wants to hit in full effect as Jackson Lyons is in the firm driver's seat at the moment. Jackson just giving it to Jesse, but finally Jesse getting a big gut punch, trying to fight back.
Looking for that big elbow, got caught, and nice little sit-out DDT from Jackson Lyons. And this man has been in control for a minute, but as we say, commentator's curse at its finest. Head is a boot to the side of the face.
Now Jesse Turner, we see this, just a big German suplex to the corner. And now, oh my God!
Is yanking him from the ankle. Almost took his shoe off with that one.
Oh, Jesus. Jackson trying to get a big boot to the face of Jesse Turner, but both of these guys are scrapping back and forth, man. Look at this. We have a fight on our hands, LeVar.
Oh, yeah, these two is brawling. This is a pure-blooded fight at its finest. With these two dodging out the way, but finally gets caught. Jackson Lyons, nice standing bulldog. Got some height on it, too. Now, can he call Jesse Turner to his feet? Calling for something. Grab him up and again. Big reversal.
What's this? We're going to see it one more time. The sunset flip. 2. Oh, Jesse leads it over. 1, 2. Oh, he steals it.
Stack them up middle of the ring. Hey, that's what you got to do. When you're the big man, he put all that forward pressure down on the ankle. Wrapped them up and got a big win. While it's not in the Champion's Crucible, Jesse Turner shows he still got it no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a great night. I've been LeVar Johnson. This has been Brian Williams, and we will see you at the next quest.